Welcome to Starlight Men channel. Hold on. I know it's a weird background today, but I'm in the cut in the corner. But anyway, today gonna be a very interesting video. You can tell by the title, and the topic's gonna be about left. This is a very interesting one. It's gonna be about left versus right brain music. So let's first understand what is right and left brain music. We all know the left brain deals with logic, analyzing, thinking, what makes sense, what's practical, down to earth, fact, what you can physically see, what you can logically make sense out of, what's right there in your face, what's physical and tangible. Anything that makes sense and logical and has pattern. Now, rhythm has something to do. Rhythm is in the middle, but rhythm got something to do with that too, because it's calculated, it squares, it makes sense, it's on beat, right? Now, what is right brain? Right brain deals with the stuff that is not seen, deals with stuff that doesn't make sense, deals with stuff that can be chaotic, things that may be more so to a spiritual side, things that may be more abstract, color, a lot of art, artistic art, but not just the not the drawing something out type art, more of the coloring art or the expression of art that is abstracted or expression of art that might not make sense. That is just the full expression of a person maybe painting their emotions or feelings, something like that. Like that's right brain energy, like color, art, what's another way to describe right brain? Oh yeah, like emotions and feelings. You see what I'm saying? Creativity, imagination. All these things deal with the right brain, right? So once we understand that, we understand the left brain is more yang, the right brain is yin. And so that lets us know the yang is more external, our physical body, the physical world we in. The yin is more internal, our internal soul, spirit, stuff like that, right? So when we talk about the difference between those two types of music, we can definitely differentiate them and understand that some of the differences and effects of both of them are. We know if it's left brain music, it's going to be in a situation where left brain music is going to be on beat, right? Is going to be a lot of logic to it. So it's going to be music that usually make you think. That it's going to be more lyrical. More lyrical music is more attached to left brain. So music that's very like lyrical and stuff like that. They think like certain rappers like Eminem, where he spit bars, he spit flame. Like people like that, they be like, oh, this person spit bars, this person spit flame. Like that's more left brain artists because they're more attached to the logic and that what's actually being said, right? um on beat, what makes sense, and if we're talking about something that quote unquote is a quote unquote substance, right? A message or anything dealing with communication. Now, when you talk about right brain music, we know right off the bat, since right brain deal with more so internal, more yin, more emotions and feelings, more soul, more with the beat, you know what I'm saying, and how it affects you. We know music that may not always be as lyrical, but maybe in a situation where it make you feel some type of way. You ever hear those music, like you might listen to Lil Yachty, you might not know what Lil Yachty's saying, but the beat catch you, the beat make you move, the beat make you move, this and that and the third. This be music a lot of times that it may not always make sense, but the beat and the rhythm and the sound of it, the vibration of it affects the soul. It makes you either want to dance, it makes you either move, it makes you either feel it. All these are stuff that more so they don't make sense, but they attach to the yin realm. They make you feel a certain type of way about it. So even though you don't understand what they're saying, it still makes you feel a certain type of way. And this is why certain people, younger people in certain generations, like well, I'm a Gen Z too, but a lot of Gen Z people like they more so cater and favor right brain music. Don't get me wrong, they got lyrics every now and then, but they're more catered upon right brain music because they're attached with how they feel and what makes them vibrate, the vibration or something. This is why a lot of older people may not always understand. They always looking for left brain logic, but that's because that's this really different video. But that's because a lot of older people are more so attached to the left brain. They're more so attached to the earth. They're more in the physical, lost in the physical world, and don't even know it. They more what's logic and what makes sense, what's in the book, what's written down, if this is structured or not. That's more left brain. That's not really got nothing to do with how you feel and internal. So to them, if it's a song and it's got a certain beat, yo, shout out Saki Boy Hassan, to shout you out, man. How you doing? Um, if it's a situation to the older person where it can have the best beat in the world, but if it don't make sense to them, the lyrics aren't there, they don't feel like this is a real lyricist, they're gonna automatically um not want to listen to that music and put it to the side, like you know what I'm saying. Whereas if it's a younger person, a lot of times they could be saying good stuff in the world, but if the beat not banging a certain type of way, if it don't emotionally impact them or make them feel a certain type of way, a vibe. Remember that's why one of the big key words in this generation in Gen Z is vibe, right? If it's not a certain vibe to it that make them feel a certain type of way, it's not a bump, it's not a vibe, they're not gonna want to listen to it as much. You see what I'm saying? You might have different ones here and there, sure, but for the most part, as a totality, they're not gonna listen to that. That's important to know. Now understand this. I broke down young people are gravitating more towards right brain. That's why when you was younger as a kid, you didn't care about who spit this 5 bars. You were more in tune with your more internal space the younger you was, and then you slowly start getting out of that. But when you was younger, you was more so in tune with usually what made you feel a certain type of way. Now sometimes you do have younger kids who are more left brain by nature. The way their spirit resonate to be in the body that they in more so resonates with left brain logic because they might be from here, they might be from a space that deal with that spiritually, which makes sense and ain't nothing wrong with that. But in general, a lot of kids are younger. They bought with what make them feel a certain type of way, what make them feel good. They could give a hell about what a person's saying, and that could be good and negative sometimes too. But I always said it's the vibration that permeate the soul. People say words go in the soul. I don't believe that. I do believe words can get in sometimes, but I look at it like it's the emotions, the feeling, and the vibration behind that word. I don't care what nobody say. That's just that other person's perspective if people look at it like that. But I look at it like it's the vibration that's coming off of the word. That's why somebody you could be with your friend if they be like, "Beh," and they joking with you like, "Beh," you know this in a happy way, in a funny way. They laughing at something you said. You know you're not gonna get as much offended. Whereas a person say you in a nasty way, they call you the B word in a real nasty way, you gonna feel it. It don't even have to be a bad word unless somebody say that word to you in a negative way. You automatically gonna overthink it and think that person's being negative. So clearly it's the emotions and feelings vibration behind the word that you feel more impacted. Because the vibration is more attached to the spirit and close to the spirit than the word is. The word is after the fact. That's somebody created after the fact. But there was a vibration in the EIO, how you said the vibration of the sounds of the vocals that got bent down in reality for a person to even name a certain word this or give a word this or give a certain object a certain word in the first place. So the vowels, that's the vibration, the constant, all that stuff came first. So the vibration came first before even the actual word itself. But that's besides the point. So moving on. Understand that again, this goes into what I'm saying too. Understand that pure music without words is universal language because music is very very spiritual. Music is one of the most highest spiritual tools you got here. Now I'm gonna let you know that right now. Now how you choose to utilize that, you can vibrate real low. See, that's the thing about music, it's the truth. Music is the soul. Music is attached to the soul 100%. And the music you listen to can dictate your whole day, especially if you're not constantly aware of what's going on and knowing how your body is and what you're into and how things actually affect you in general. Just know that the music you listen to can influence your whole day. The music you start listening to in the morning, the music that you listen to out the day can influence your whole day. So ain't nothing wrong with none of the music you listen to, but understand how to have balance and just be aware that that's what's going on, and then you'll be fine in whatever you do because you already know, okay, this gonna affect me this way. You just choose to do what you want to do. It's up to you. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But that's how that play out, and you gotta understand that. But from the highest vibrations music can put you in, the most highest holy look sounding music with positive pure vibrations that make you feel good, to the lowest thing that don't make you feel good. Music is very spiritual and it definitely infects the soul. Very soulful. Now, this is why they got such thing as soul music and all that stuff like that. But don't even worry about that in R&B. Think about how R&B make you feel when you listen to good R&B or you listen to soul. That affects you a certain different way than listening to trap. You see what I'm saying? Trap put you in more so a certain type of frequency that make you want to fight, amp you up, make your blood move very rapid, put you in fight or flight mode, all kind of stuff. Cause that's more so attached to your root chakra, like your lower nature, your root chakra. But none of these things are good and bad. Not lower as in good or bad. All these are needed. You be too high, you don't be grounded. You don't have no sense of stability in your life. You be too low, you don't have no sense of spirituality or intuition. You fully going by the physical and your desires and stuff. So you gotta actually balance it out. But just understand that. That's what trap music do. It put you in your lower natures. But ain't nothing wrong with that. Cause like I said, balance it out. And then certain music dealing with like the soul, R&B, that definitely affects your heart and sometimes the throat, but a lot of times your heart, your heart chakra, with your emotions and feelings, and your soul and what make you feel a certain type of way. That's what that vibrate with. And then spiritual music is like everybody has their own version of spiritual music that puts them in today's space of feeling good as a spirit, or puts them in their own spiritual space, aka what makes them feel good or in a state of comfort of music. That's why I say don't look at nothing as good and bad, because maybe music that may be very and sound very chaotic to you and you may not like, that don't make you feel good. The another person over there, that may be the music that make them feel very good and puts them in a comfortable spiritual space. So none of these things are right or wrong. You just gotta know what spiritually resonates with you. That's another thing too, because it could be the lowest music that may make somebody else feel good because their spirit naturally resonate from that, or come from a space with that energy of that music came from in general, and everything it deal with, whether it's the trap and the root chakra. That person could have been born from that energy spiritually in the spiritual world in general, so he naturally resonate with it. Now he gotta still learn how to have balance and correlate his own life, but that's what's gonna help him out. I guarantee you, he keep doing that. That's gonna lead him into better, because it get deep. You may not think it, but it get deep when you talk about the spiritual realm and how things play out on the smallest level, even on the smallest level. But yeah, spiritual music is just anything that puts you in a good state of being and makes you feel either comfortable or put you in a good. That's the best way to say it. That puts you in a good state of being, or that makes you feel at peace. That's the best way to explain. That's what spiritual music for you, because there's no such thing as just objective spiritual music. No, this is subjective. So everybody is different. You see what I'm saying? Um, but if I was to give you an example, I guess just me just thinking something up. Like I mentioned, the root chakra would be like trap, heavy rap, heavy metal, deep heavy metal, because that's more the fire. Um, but deep within the fire, um, like heavy metal, trap, rap, all that's root chakra. Deep bass, deep bass, heavy thumping music, deep big beats, stuff like that. Heavy beats, deep beats with stuff like that. That's like root chakra. Um, I broke down the R&B and the soul and singing, a lot of stuff like that, and certain music that make you feel like that. That's more soul wise, dealing with the heart chakra. Um, so spiritual music would be, I would say, lighter music a lot of times, like a lot of lighter music, a lot of music that make you feel good, but it doesn't heavily console you into whatever you're listening to. Because even when you listen to deep R&B, it is a, that's dealing with your soul, that's dealing with your emotions and feelings, but at the same time, it's also making you consoled into it. Now everybody's different, and depending on the exact song you listen to, is gonna differ. Shit, yes. But in general, R&B and soul a lot of times consoles you into it. It consoles you into that water, that emotion. You see what I'm saying? It consoles you into it. Whereas spiritual music, like higher chakra music, not necessarily gonna console you into it. It is gonna be a lighter vibe. It's not. It's gonna make you feel good to an extent. Music that puts you in peace, and but it's not gonna let you console into it. So that's why I say the best way I can explain without beating around the bush and going all around the world is gonna be music that puts you in peace. And for everybody, that's different. Now, there's overall music genres that's naturally more peaceful than others in the totality. Yes, you can equate those two, but just in general, since everybody's different, everybody's spirit is different. Everybody how they resonate with it makes them feel good is different. So just music in general that puts you in peace. That's why I said that's also music that's gonna be that make you feel comfortable, make you feel good, but that doesn't allow you to console into that emotion. Because if you deeply emotional, it may feel good, but you still in something. You deeply in waters. When you in peace, when you in the spirit, you out of that water. You in peace. You 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 at peace. You're not deeply impacted or deeply invested into anything. You're strictly at peace. You see what I'm saying? So any music that puts you in peace, dealing with higher chakras right off the bat. Um, Now there's derivatives too, like I said, because there's different versions of your higher chakras and what they call your higher chakras. Like the throat, quote unquote, is one of the higher chakras in Vedic. I don't know if it's Vedic or something like that. I don't know what you call it, like the Hindu. And technically it is because you're using your mental body, and that does this. So anything that make like the music that make you think or that you receive some type of information from, that is considered technically higher music too. Anything like that, like you get some people like that spiritual rap, certain people that's pushing out certain information and information in the raps and music that they're giving off, whether they singing or rapping. I guess you could say that would be throat chakra. That's higher chakra too, but that's a throat chakra, or higher chakra. Anything that give you a sense of enlightenment, um, or increases your conscious awareness level. That's still attached to the information, but it's a higher version of it. That could deal with the third eye, and then the crown chakra, just your overall spirit in general, all that, and the chakras above that, all that's gonna be meditative music. So I look at it like that. I'm just that's the best way I could say it in totality, because I'm breaking down to different densities. But spiritual music in general, the truest spiritual music, because even with the throat chakra and the mental, that's still jumping into a body, that's still jumping into a certain level of density. Just being in this, because the spirit is no thing. The spirit is vague. The spirit is clear. The spirit is nothing. You see what I'm saying? That pearl energy. So understanding that, you understanding this, that's like a diamond. It can reflect off of everything, but it's clear, it's true, it's straight. But the best thing to explain it is like this: higher chakra music or true spiritual music is gonna be any type of music that puts you at peace, because everybody's peace is different. Music that puts you in peace for each individual out there is gonna be different, and music that puts you in a meditative state. So meditative music and peaceful music is spiritual music by far. With that being said, that's pretty much how it goes. I ain't gonna try to break it down and force nothing in no more further than that. That's the best way to explain it. I love you all. Y'all have a good day, and y'all peace. Hit me up in the comment section. Shout out to Sackable Henson. Good to see you, man. I'm glad to see you here, man. I hope you're having a good day. Much love to you too, and you be safe, man. Peace.